1680 AM.
Welcome to another edition of Real Family Talk. Hello. Welcome to Real Family Talk. This is your host, Jay Real, man. I hope you're having a great Wednesday evening out there. Another beautiful day in my city, the city of Orlando. Love this place, man. Can't go nowhere else, as I like to say all the time. But let's go ahead and welcome everybody in the building. Mr. King's in the building. How you doing, sir?
My brother. It is a beautiful day. It is scooter weather. I'm glad to be in the building myself.
That's what I'm talking about, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Jeremy's in the building. How you doing, Jeremy?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing all right, brother. Doing all right. And joining us again this week, Miss Temia Brinson's in the house. How you doing, Temia?
I am blessed. Blessed.
That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna have a good time tonight, as usual. I'm been working on something. We're gonna dedicate the entire month in talking about issues related to women. So tonight, Miss Brinson's going to represent well because she's the only woman in the building tonight. But she can certainly use your help tonight and talk to us about some of the things that we'll be discussing as it relates to women. Give us some more perspective from a woman's point of view. Remember, the number is 407-894-1680, 407-894-1680. But before we get to some of those issues, this past weekend in Orlando was a big event that happened in Orlando, MLS soccer, the first Major League Soccer game in the city. I hear it was sold out. I saw Mr. King posted on Facebook about the event. Mr. King, just give me the general vibe out there, Mr. King.
Well, basically, it was soccer.
Is that
right?
Is that right, sir?
Yeah, if you didn't know, soccer is fun.
Soccer is fun, huh? Well, it must have been a good game from what I saw. And I saw that the game went, for the most of the game, I guess they scored late into the second half of the game. The team from New York.
Man, it was the last second.
Well, we scored in the last second, but
it was the last second.
Yeah, we scored in the stoppage time.
Yeah, and actually it was a side kick, free kick. I don't know. I'm still learning the rules.
It came off a free kick.
Yeah, it was a free kick.
He kicked it over and it bounced off the guy and went in.
Right.
Yeah, we know how it went in. But what I'm saying is that 3 quarters though, man, that was a long time not to be scoring. I'm not used to that.
That's soccer though.
That's worse than baseball.
That's soccer.
You wait 9 innings for a home run.
That's a good match.
At least you get scared.
A 1-1 tie in soccer. That's a good match.
But for the first game to be a tie, I guess so.
But I didn't realize they were going to tie. I thought they would go into a shootout.
No.
I didn't realize they didn't do shootouts.
No.
During the regular season.
Yeah, during the regular season. Nah, ain't none of that. It's just, that's what it was? Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night.
It was
a tie.
I bet you it was incredibly loud and all that stuff, though.
Right? It was soccer. It wasn't like rugby. When I saw the rugby match, nothing so far that I've been to has been like a rugby. But I was overseas in London. Right. So that's why they came out dressed up as nuns, Hannibal Lecter. Like, they go into it overseas with the rugby. But here in soccer, we're just picking up to it. It was a nice crowd. It wasn't no violence, a lot of drunk people, overpriced beers. You know how it goes. It's soccer. I was good. I was glad to actually see the Citrus Bowl, get built up, and let's see how I wanted to see how it was, because before it was classic ready. And it wasn't.
It's a different kind of ready.
Yeah, it's a whole different type of ready from classic ready to the first history soccer game in Orlando ready. And then it's definitely not even all the way done. It's going to be bowl ready by the first of this year.
Right.
But, it was better than classic ready. Classic ready was kind of like, y'all can't even go upstairs. So that was a whole difference. Yeah, they had some invisible fences that if you went past this point, you just got shocked. Who knows? There's invisible collars around, but that's what they do for the classic. What can I say?
Okay, all right, yeah, man. I just thought it was pretty cool, man.
It was history. If you missed it, you got March 28th is the next game that's going to be at home. They're playing like 3 games away, and then they'll be back. I think March 28th. That'll be the next game for your Orlando City Lions Soccer Club.
Okay, all right, yeah. I was thinking definitely trying to check one of the games out this year at the stadium. But, I just thought it was cool, man. It was a big night that night because the Orlando City soccer game was going on. They had a Magic game that night. Went to the Magic game, so I know downtown was just full of people. So that's always pretty cool when downtown is thriving as it's supposed to be. Because I remember we had that lull, bro. There was that lull period in downtown. We were just like cricket. But it's nice to see the city's kind of coming back a little bit, man. But yeah, shout out to Orlando City Soccer. They pushed us out.
Whoa. Orlando City Lions.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. Orlando City Lions.
My apologies.
Lions.
The
Thank
Orlando
you.
City Lions.
And you know what has been said is that the lion that who's that Katy Perry at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That lion that she came out on was our mascot. That's what was said on their like page. I don't know though.
It sounds good.
I mean, no, I'm
It
saying
does sound good.
if you see the lion and then you see the mascot,
I mean, I
you were
I
looking
understand
like,
that.
oh, that does look like the
Yeah.
Orlando
I
City
mean,
Lion
I understand
mascot.
that aspect of it, but I'm saying it
Yeah.
sounds good.
I think they just try to promote.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What can you say? I promote it.
All right, man. Cool, man. A couple other real quick stories I wanted to hit. Did you guys notice on Monday they were going in on about 47 senators up in Washington because they decided to basically write a letter to the Iranian government to tell them that any deal that is done by President Obama would not be honored by the next president and will be voided when the next president comes in. They're assuming that a Republican is going to win, of course. So that any deal that they made would be only for a few months and would not last much longer than that. So, of course, the talk on Monday, depending on the side you were on anyway, was treason. And there's actually even a petition that has, I heard, 130-some thousand signatures claiming that the senators are treasonous for creating such a letter to against the president, if you will. Any thoughts on that, man?
I got a thought. See, these are the what's the word I'm looking for? I guess the one of the negatives of being in a democracy and not a monarchy. Because ain't no in the world, I'm the president of the United States, and you go send a letter to another country, basically telling them my word don't mean nothing. Somebody got to go. That's all I'm trying to say.
It would be a lot of fire and squad.
Somebody got to go.
That's when you got to step up with the fire and squad.
Somebody
and say,
got to go.
This is where I set my example.
You can't even try me like that if I'm the president.
You just did.
Hey, I'm on my way out. I don't even care.
Don't even care at all.
I don't even care.
Kill them all.
No, I wouldn't necessarily kill them all, but you gonna know I'm the president. Like, okay, this is the game you want to play? I still control the IRS. Let's run through y'all taxes.
Yeah,
Let's
he's pretty much trying to do that anyway.
Okay, that's what we gonna do. I mean, you can't try me like that. Not me being a president. You go tell another country my word don't mean nothing.
Well, they say
No, I ain't.
depending on the side you listen to.
That sound no.
Depending on the side you listen to.
Don't clean it up. You
I'm
said
not cleaning it up. I'm telling you what it is. I said I talked about on Twitter how I just thought, I think it's poor taste. You know what I'm saying?
Poor taste?
Obviously, they're trying to prove a point that they basically want whatever agreement that becomes in place actually goes through Congress is what they're looking for. And so this letter is their way to sort of coax the president into bringing it through Congress as opposed to doing it on his own, if you will. But apparently there is some precedent in other senators from the other side also stepping in different crises and going on their own to kind of speak for the government when there's an impasse that seems to be happening between some of the country and the president. So it's happened a few times in history from the other side as well. This is just obviously happening to current President Obama.
To the current president.
Right, but it's not. It's not.
He don't know what you're talking
unprecedented.
about. He don't know what he's talking about. We with you, man.
It's not, apparently not crazy. It's not the first time, let's say. You know what I'm saying? But I still think it's poor taste to just go on record. I think some things, you got to keep in house. You know what I'm saying? Some things you keep in house and you have those discussions, but you don't put it out into the world to just, we really don't care. To me, that's just poor taste, man. That's just real poor taste. But we'll keep it moving. Another story that happened today that was interesting in Ferguson. Did you guys see this one? Ferguson, the police chief, has decided to resign from his position.
He did.
Amongst of course, the report that was released last week. Good thing, bad thing? What you think?
It's a thing.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
What do you think, Miss Brinson? Good, bad, don't make a difference?
No, it don't make a difference because I understand that Eric Holder is doing this job as far as cleaning house, so to speak, putting pressure. They probably got some on him, so he probably
What
you
you
know
say?
what, I'm out. But my thing is though, it doesn't matter because who's gonna take his place? You know what I mean? Somebody else on the force that's in Ferguson. So you really need to get to the root cause of the problem and do something about race relations. You need to have forums. You need to have some kind of guide as to how you can mend between the races.
Gotcha.
Otherwise it's going to continue no matter who you put in there. The replacement is going to be just as bad.
Hopefully, that would be the cynicism involved. Hopefully, whoever they bring in, hopefully at least will have a better relationship with the community first. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if you will, and then hopefully build upon whatever that relationship is so that it is better. Assuming they stay in existence in the first place.
I feel so sorry for whoever's going to get in there. They're going to be on him.
We'll see. Hopefully they stay on them and make sure they certainly change their ways. But, time will tell. I think time will tell. As they say a lot of times, Eric Holder's on his way out. So he's certainly not going to be watching like a hawk. So that means now you're hoping the staff of, I can't remember her name right now, the current nominee. Loretta Lynch, yeah. Hopefully her staff will continue some of the work he did, but, it's kind of like the president, right? Once the president leaves office, those initiatives that he led, but I'm not saying they get thrown to the wayside, but
but if you have if you have the same bullies around to show her what to do, I'm pretty sure she'll follow the same route.
Well, we'll see. But hey, at least he's out, and hopefully we can start fresh and new with somebody else. It's some kind of, it's kind of like one of those crumbs, if you will. It's not the progress that they need, but it's at least a crumb in the right direction. Hopefully.
But if you get to the matter, the root cause, like I said, get to the heart, and have relationship exercises, work on that every week, like what Oprah used to do. She used to do that, I think, like once a month on a show. She would have a show dedicated to race relations. We need to go back to that.
Oprah helped solve it. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, she helped.
No, I'm
not
not
it,
just
but
saying
helped,
in particular Oprah, specifically Oprah, but I'm just saying for cities and places that have these types of issues, then it needs to be a coming together. And it needs to be more than just one time. You need to work on the relationship, because just removing people, that's not going to work.
I don't think it's just in those areas, though. I think it's kind of worldwide. And I really heard that America has it the best. So, I don't think that it's something that would Oprah have a talk show and talk about it? Mm-hmm. I don't think it's no more talking need to be done. Again, I feel that Martin and Malcolm was talking, all that talking, and Oprah already had a show that talked about it, and when is it?
But it was better when when Oprah was doing the show, the race relations in this country was better. For some reason, it spiraled out of control the past 2, 3, 4 years.
Why do you feel? It was better?
I'm not going there.
I'm just asking. Wow. I don't see a difference personally.
I do.
Really?
All of a sudden you see people protesting here, protesting there, and I was a part of it.
I know, but are they protesting because it's worse, or are they protesting just because they're protesting now?
Yeah. I think when it comes to race relations, I don't think they were ever. I don't buy into the idea they were better in the past than they were today. I think the difference is we're highlighting them more due to our current circumstance than we used to in the past. I think that's what it is. We're just focusing on it more, not so much that this is something new that didn't exist 10 years ago.
You don't think the relationship was better between cultures? Okay.
I don't think so.
I think the reason it might have been better 10 years ago is because the Hispanic community hadn't taken over and we were kind of needed. now that we're not needed, it's kind of like, oh, well, no respect. Matter of fact, I was looking at Umar Johnson, and his video was saying how this year, 2015, marks the 150th years since slavery had been over, and what changes have really come about from then to now. Has there been a good change? Has there been a bad change? And can we really blame slavery from today of why we're not where we want to be after 150 years after slavery? So it's kind of like, you really, like I say, the talking is kind of like, Oprah had the talking, and nothing has really changed yet, in my opinion. So, I don't know.
That's a whole show right there.
Yeah, that's why I cut it short.
That's a whole show.
Let's talk
right
about
there.
women. I'm sorry. Brother.
That's a whole show right there. But no, I don't think it's a difference. I think
think so either.
we're just seeing it.
It's just
highlighted
more.
Yeah, it's just being highlighted.
Ain't nothing
It's
changed.
selling
Can
newspapers
we highlight
and websites. Right now.
improving relationship as opposed to all of the negatives? I mean, you keep pointing out the negatives. Is people perception is going to get worse and worse as opposed to offering mending, healing solutions.
Well, I think there's a lot of things that play with that, and like I said, I mean, we could do a whole show on that right there. Maybe we need to one day, but I don't want to go too deep because that could be another 15, 20, 30 minutes right there. So so we'll keep it moving on that. But yeah, definitely. I just in general, I don't think we're seeing anything new. I just think it's just being highlighted more due to circumstance.
Well, I think it's been highlighted more due to technology.
Yeah,
that too.
Everybody has a camera now.
It's part of
Yeah.
circumstance. But yeah, good times. Good times. We'll have to expand on that some more.
Maybe next week.
But no, we're talking about women this month.
Oh, this month we're gonna talk. Oh, okay.
Yeah, women, they're lovely.
Yeah, y'all
Why
gonna
wouldn't we
have a
talk
whole month of women bashing.
Who?
I don't bash.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love women.
Hold on.
Who
I
put
mean,
'em
what's
on
wrong with
pedestal?
that? I mean, women are the ones you can't tell them what's wrong, because if you tell them something wrong, oh my gosh, you bashing. Like, no, we just tell them
But
the
that's
truth.
not what we're doing here. That's not what we're doing. So let's get to. So again, we wanted to talk about women today. I wanted to focus on the portrayal of women, in particular, in the media, and how they are characterized. In discussing that, one of the women we wanted to talk about was Michelle Obama, the First Lady. And there's some others too, some characters, some real life people, some reality people. But let's start with Michelle Obama and her portrayal. Now, I know Ms. Brinson had some comments that she wanted to say, because I know, generally speaking, I know very few black women that would say anything negative about the portrayal of Michelle Obama in the media. I think they would hold her up on a pedestal to say she is what black women should aspire to be. 47894-1684.
It's like Beyonce and Michelle Obama, right?
No, I think it should be Michelle Obama.
I'm not telling you what it should be. I'm telling you what it is.
And then Beyonce is like
It's
1 million on the list. Or something like that.
Olivia Pope is somewhere.
Oh, okay, I forgot.
You gotta put Olivia Pope.
It's like it's Olivia Pope, Beyonce, then Michelle Obama.
So, but let's talk about Michelle Obama.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we're not bashing women. I'm sorry.
1680. Go ahead. What did you want to say about Michelle Obama, Ms. Brinson?
Oh, now Michelle Obama. First of all, she's lovely lady, except for the eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
Yeah.
Hate.
I mean, but as far as the first ladies go, she's fairly known for her fashion and her health initiative with the young kids. And as far as first lady, I'm really disappointed in her as the first African American first lady.
No,
I don't really remember anything other than the fashion and the health initiative that she's done.
So your criticism is based on the idea that you feel like beyond being a fashion symbol, which I think a lot of people think she is. They think she represents her fashion very well. And then beyond the MOVE campaign, the Healthy Kids initiative that she's created, she hasn't done anything, and that she really should be doing more as the first African American First Lady. Is that your point?
Yeah, now she went to Saudi Arabia, and she didn't cover her hair. But, I mean, to the other First Ladies' credit, Laura Bush did the same thing, and Hillary Clinton. So, I mean, I don't see anything significant. The media, I don't know if you paid attention at the time because,
They
you know,
got in.
most
They went
people
in on
only
her.
pay attention to the news regarding her fashion. But, you know, she did get a little news about her going up to Saudi Arabia and not covering her hair. Okay, fine. But Laura Bush did the same thing, and Hillary Clinton. But as far as that, I don't see anything she's done as far as women initiatives, women's.
So you think she'd been doing more in terms of women empowerment?
Yes, exactly.
407-894-1680, 407-894-1680. So because she's not doing women empowerment, you feel like she's doing a disservice then?
Yeah, she's
As First
a
Lady.
waste of time, really. I mean, you're wasting history. You're the first African American first lady
So
of the United States
Let me ask
of
you this.
America.
What
I wanna know how she
initiatives?
You need, I mean, if there's
What
ever,
initiatives you feel like she should highlight that she isn't? Let's talk about that.
well, you know, last year she went to a trip in China, and she had an opportunity there to bring forth issues on women's rights. And she concluded like a week-long tour with China with her 2 daughters
Right.
and
I remember
her
that.
mother. And while she was over there treating themselves to the best that China has to offer, hundreds of millions of women over there are suffering at the hands of this totalitarian, I can't even say the word.
Totalitarian.
Yeah,
Totalitarian.
regime. So
Totalitarian.
I cannot say the word, okay?
Go ahead.
You got messing with you, Miss Brinson.
Go ahead.
Okay, but they treat the women real poorly over there, and she was over there celebrating. She didn't make not one statement. She didn't say anything as far as women's rights, and I'm just really disappointed. Like, you can't open your mouth. You open your mouth all day long over in the U.S.
Well, that's because she's the first lady of the U.S.
I mean, but still, when you go overseas, just about every first lady have done that. Have at
Well,
least made
here's
a
it.
statement
So
towards
go ahead,
women's
go ahead.
rights.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay,
Hold on
so-
1 second. 407-894-1680. What we're discussing, we're talking about women and their portrayal in the media, and Miss Brinson is talking about Michelle Obama right now and
The emphasis
discussing
on that
how
Brinson.
that's a name. Temia Brinson is discussing how she feels like the First Lady Michelle Obama has not been a great representation of a First Lady, African American First Lady, because she has not spoken up more often about women empowerment issues. We'd love to hear what you have to say. 407-894-1680. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I mean, you said every other first lady's done it. So if she does it, I mean, is she just doing it because every other first lady did it?
No, it's called pressure. Just like when you see people protesting.
Now-
I'm sorry, let me slow down.
No. Let me.
Just
but
like
I
when
don't-
you see people protesting on issues that they really can't act on because we have representatives and senators to do that for us on our behalf. They protest because they want their voices to be heard, but not only that, to put pressure on the government. So that's why you speak out. That's why she should speak out. And every other first lady has spoken out to put pressure on that government, to show them up, make them feel shame, and hopefully move them to make some kind of progress.
Oh, well, question. Well, if it wasn't China, I might feel you. But this is China.
Oh my goodness.
AKA, I do what I want to do.
I mean, you don't think that was a
Because-
wasted opportunity?
No, because I don't think he cares. To be honest with you, and it's China. Now, how we go put some pressure on China? They could put pressure on us, if I'm not mistaken. Last time we checked our bank statements, am I incorrect,
Oh my
Jay Real?
goodness.
China does have a bank statement.
And that's
on
probably why
behalf
she
of
didn't
the
say
US.
nothing like, please don't let them call the bank. So she go there, don't say nothing. Give me some chicken fried rice. And we go to see this Great Wall.
Actually, right now, Hillary Clinton is under the fire as well. Right now, not due to, well, in addition to other things, one of the criticisms that they have for her that you're talking about in relation to Michelle Obama, because as you know, the Clinton have a foundation, the Clinton Foundation, and the Clinton Foundation accepts money from people so that they can do charity in the world, and because that they have taken of money are horrible when it comes on to women issues, and obviously she has not spoken up on any specific.
Yes, she has.
Has she addressed it? I don't think
She's
she's
addressed
addressed
it.
women's issues, but she hasn't addressed a specific country.
Okay.
Is that correct? That's how I mean, I know she addresses the issue, but I've never seen her address.
I mean,
to say,
so you want
Saudi
her to
Arabia,
say in every specific country that she took money from.
Personally,
Well, first of all, I don't
I
think
understand that
you,
these are political moves, and so
Yeah.
that's why they don't do them. But what I'm saying is, I don't think when you criticize Michelle Obama for not speaking up while in China about things happening in China, by the same token, I have not heard Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton
speak
did before a
specifically-
women China in 1995. Yes, she did.
She went to a women's conference in China and spoke
Yes,
against
in Beijing. Yes, she did.
Let me throw
And not only that,
1999, you say?
1995.
95.
But my other
while ago.
argument is this though, because I've been hearing this on the talk shows all day, is that she's been taking money. They've been taking money. Okay, my thing is this: just like the politicians here that take money from the coats and all of that, that doesn't mean just because you take money, take funding, doesn't mean that you condone what they do. You don't agree.
Right.
You're not
I
on
agree.
board with everything that they do. But I will take your money. I sure will.
Well,
Yeah.
Now, let me
All
ask you
that
this.
means is
Now, hold
that
on, hold
you
on, hold on,
support
hold on.
what I'm doing. That doesn't mean that I support what you're doing.
So then so in that same token, then why is it a big deal that she don't say nothing to China? Because to me, I mean, it's like that doesn't mean she's for what they're doing.
No, I
That
believe
she
in
just might
opening
feel
your
that,
mouth.
That just might feel like that don't ain't her business. Because now let me throw this angle at you.
Oh,
Go over there
Michelle
and say,
Obama feel like that's not any of her business?
Yeah, maybe she do.
Since when?
But let me just say this. So okay, she go over there and say, okay, I don't agree with y'all treat women. Run through the little script that the speechwriters write, whatever. And they turn around and say, well, hold on, don't y'all got this big gender equality thing going on in your country too? Then what she say then?
I don't think that they're educated.
But
You don't think they're educated?
Well, actually,
they
I
got all the money.
disagree.
They
I
got all the
disagree.
money in the world.
I don't think they're aware
They
of
control the
that.
manufacturing industry. They run in the financial world.
I
but you don't
understand
think
that, but I
right?
mean, I don't think that they're educated as far as like the inner workings
You really
of our
think that?
different groups.
Why
I
would
would
you think
disagree.
that?
I mean,
if we know that about them, why would you think they don't know that about us?
Well, I think the difference
I
would
don't
be
know. Maybe they do.
the difference would be the access that they have in China is controlled by the government. So if you're talking about the everyday common martyr,
No, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
I don't-
the
yeah,
person with
maybe
the
they
I'm talking about the
aren't as
person with a
educated,
voice.
but-
I'm talking about the person
but I
with a
would
voice
think
to
the
come out and say,
government- yeah,
right, that's
I
what
would
I'm
think the
saying.
government
If
is
she
well
speaks out
aware
in China and
of what
says,
the political issues
oh,
are in
y'all
America.
are mistreating y'all women, yada yada, one of the government officials probably gonna stand up, probably the prime minister, and say, well, hold on. It's not like women got it gravy in the U.S.
Okay,
Well,
that
the difference is,
that
though-
hasn't happened in the past, so I'm not buying that. No,
I'm not-
She
not-
still opened her mouth.
This has nothing to do with her not saying it. What I'm saying is they can always throw that back at her. They don't even got to go through with the women right. They can just say, they can talk about racism.
Well, but
So what I'm saying is, what the Bible say? Before you get the wood of people on our eye, get it out of yours first.
Okay, she still can open her mouth.
I think the difference too, though, in what you're referring to is Hillary Clinton went to a women's conference and spoke. In Michelle Obama's case, she went on the invitation of the regime in China, and basically, I mean, she wasn't doing. She was basically on a tour on their behalf, and so who's to say that in private conversations maybe she didn't have a conversation with their equivalent of a first lady, and those types of things. But really, the platform for her to just. I'm gonna do a press conference today about
But they
women's
use their
issues.
platform. You make room for it. And as to the other point, as far as
But let me actually
not speaking out, because the press did ask her before she went, asked the White House before she went, was she going to address human rights? And they were like, no, she's not going to address anything.
I mean, again, though, under the circumstance, when you're at the behest of the regime, do it's kind of like biting the hand that
So
you
you're
feed
going to
you.
go there and just look pretty. And
Yeah.
It's kind of biting the hand you feed you if you're there on their behalf, and really you're only there to visit.
I mean, what good is she? Bye, go
Well,
home.
Well, let me ask you this, though.
It's
Well, let me
an
ask you this.
official visit.
Let's
It's
go-
not a tour the country, fix the world visit. It's an official visit.
Hold on, let's go beyond the what's happening internationally. What domestically do you feel like she should have been addressing that she hasn't?
Well, first of all, she can pull. I'm sorry. Let me calm down.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
First of all, she can push her husband
Push
To-
them to do what?
To do what?
to have more funding or more funds available for the SBA, the small business loans, to be available for us, for minority women. And this is the worst administration. They have given out less loans for small business owners, for minority business owners than any other administration. So why she, before they go to bed at night, she need to use her Esther moment. Okay.
47894-1680.
Well, maybe the president ain't trying to hear all that. He got something he trying to get accomplished.
That's probably the problem.
Yeah, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, you can't put that on her.
Yeah, you can. You can fix. Let me stop.
Hold on, I thought we were supposed to be promoting women this month.
Let me hush.
I thought we were supposed to be promoting.
I am
women
promoting. I'm showing her the way.
Because Michelle Obama needs some guidance.
Yeah. The first lady needs guidance.
The first lady.
A very successful lawyer who just happened to push her husband to the White House.
Right. and then when you get there, all you doing is just looking good, fashionista. Okay.
That's not all she doing.
She did more than Hillary.
I'm gonna say this. They are rather young. They got about 30, 40 more years when they got to the White House.
That's
True,
true.
but
So they
the
need
influence that you get after this point is going to be less. But I am curious to see what influences they participate in once they leave office. That's going to be very interesting.
I
to
don't
me.
care. Are we checking what Jimmy Carter do?
Didn't he purchase a house in
think so.
Virginia? I think they're going to stick around and be involved in Washington.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, isn't it legal to smoke marijuana in
You know what?
In D.C.?
Yeah, I just wondering because that might have been the reason why Obama was staying around.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that why
He's
it's
great. He
stuck
like,
around?
man, I'm out of office. Ain't no more drug tests.
I would
You
just
thought my lips was black.
Oh my goodness.
I would just think he'd move to Colorado or Washington or something.
No, not enough. For us.
That's
Not-
too
not enough
suspect.
for
That's
us.
too
Yeah.
suspect.
That's
Too
too
suspect.
See,
right?
D.C. is right there. It's like,
Right
well, I was already here.
Exactly.
This is not the reason.
This not gonna, if you move to Colorado, oh yeah, we know what you doing. You ain't slick.
He called all his buddies from the Shoon game.
The
or
man gonna be
something
leaning on the
like
gate
that.
with a joint.
Gonna go back to his real name. What was his real name again? I forgot. His
B?
real name. Barry. There you go.
Barry.
They
Barry.
call him B.
Oh yeah, B Weezy.
Yeah.
Brother Sorrento.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't don't call me Obama no more.
Let's keep it moving. Here's another young lady that's in the news, and I wanted to bring this up because at the moment she has a book coming out that is supposed to be empowering towards women. This is Amber Rose I'm talking about, and so for those if you aren't familiar who Amber Rose is, essentially she is a former stripper. She really came.
I can't hear she what now?
A former stripper.
Okay, let's just go past her then. We don't even want to hear.
Hold
what
on.
Wait,
Just follow
now.
me here. She's a former
Might
stripper.
be beneficial.
Came to prominence. She first came to, at least let's say, public eye due to her relationship with Kanye West, and then she's obviously had relationships with other popular sports figures and entertainers or whatever the case may be.
See what I'm saying? Girl
and
got
we-
game.
That's what you call that? This girl, the ex stripper
Girl got
who got
game.
Now-
relationships with the
and
popular
then-
celebrities.
Hold on. And so now where we're at with her
She went to God.
is obviously she hasn't found God.
Oh, okay. Why we talking about?
She hasn't found God. That's why we're talking about her.
Oh, Jesus.
She hasn't found God, and now what she's done, of course, throughout her years of prominence that she's got now is she's obviously built the fan base. She has a lot of followers on Twitter, into the millions. A lot of followers on Facebook and Instagram and things of that nature. Again, into the millions. And so what they've done with her is now they've contracted her out to do a book, which is called "How to Be a Bad Bitch," and what they're asking her, the point of the book apparently is like an empowering book for young ladies to encourage them to basically do better.
The word B is on the book.
ITCH is that's
Oh my
that's the name. That's the title on the book.
Girl. Oh my goodness.
So here's why I bring it up, because this seems to be, when you're talking about empowering women, or women in the media, this seems to be sort of that new realm of prominence. You got fans on Twitter, you got fans on Facebook, you got fans on Instagram, and then due to said popularity, you now become a person of interest that, quote unquote, we're supposed to care about, and now can hopefully, theoretically, inspire others to. I don't necessarily know if you're, in my cynicism, I would say you're inspiring others to do the same thing that you did So become a stripper, sleep with a bunch of entertainers, and become famous. But from other people's perspective,
Kim Kardashian.
from other people's perspective, I suppose they're saying that she's inspiring them to do better.
Wait
And
a
so
minute.
I asked about, my question is, how is that the case?
Wait a minute.
How is that possible?
I don't.
That
See.
she can inspire somebody to do better when essentially she hasn't done much
So
for herself. I mean,
really,
she doesn't
I'm
have a
not
degree.
Familiar with her? What does she do
Her,
professionally?
her
now?
Wikipedia.
What does she do
Her
professionally? now?
Wikipedia says she's a recording artist, fashion designer, model, and also she's an actress. So she does more than strip and sleep with celebrities.
So she just reinvented herself.
No, actually,
everybody.
she hasn't dropped one album, not one song. She hasn't designed one piece of clothing. She ain't been in no movies, no commercials.
She don't have any clothes out on the market.
No, not one outfit.
I mean, she's modeled, but you know,
no, she has not.
Everybody-
She have a
model.
reality.
Well,
TV
that's
show?
that's the new thing now.
well, they're working on
She's
a
coming
reality
out
TV show.
with a reality show that plans to be used to expose Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
Exposed.
Yes, expose them. That's
you mean
what
her
it says.
protege?
Well, actually, she's more of a Sinead O'Connor protege, if you know Sinead
Oh,
O'Connor is, because she has the bald look as
Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor. She is lighter than the brown paper bag, so she passed that.
They
Nah,
both
she's
got to
South
come up
African.
the same way. I mean,
Well, I don't know about the South African because her last name is not Rose. It's Levion Chuck.
Yeah, she's South African.
Oh, okay. Do you want Levon
She's not American. She's South African.
CHUK?
But my question is, again, that seems to be sort of new standard for women these days.
That's a South Pennsylvania.
I'm telling you what her background is, bro.
she's beautiful though.
She's even acknowledged that before.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
But that seems to be that new standard that exists in women these days. It's like if you're famous, whether it be models on Instagram, because you got thousands of pictures of you on Instagram, you're a model now, and so a lot of people have liked those pictures, and so somehow you're doing something. Somehow there's something for other people to aspire to. I'm just
Well,
curious,
I mean,
what's your thought process on that as a woman? What are you thinking? 407-894-1680, 407-894-1680. Because essentially, I mean, we're talking about somebody that, I'm not saying her story. Maybe her story is inspiring because obviously she, quote unquote, sort of came from nothing, quote unquote. But, how do you feel about that though? Instagram followers, Twitter followers, Facebook followers. Now she's writing
I
books
feel
to
like
inspire
I'm gonna
women
go
to do
home
better.
and take my daughter's phone and
And make sure she don't have nothing related to Amber Rose on it.
yeah, like really, no.
It seemed like something from Bad Girls Club, and she just the next Kardashian, I guess.
I mean,
but-
Kim Kardashian is representation of the same idea.
Exactly.
But my thing is though, it's it's society. I don't really, I'm a compassionate person. Like I will be trying to kill somebody first, and then if, like 5 minutes later, I love you. I'm sorry. So I'm a very compassionate person. So I don't really blame. Shut up. Shut up. I don't really blame her.
What?
Because society is teaching these women that's how you come up.
So you don't blame her?
No, look how Kim came up. Look how she made it like that.
But
so
Kim
if
parents
she,
had money.
Yeah, like she was already in.
She
in
was
a circle.
already in that circle. Now
yeah, but
Amber,
she wanted her own. So,
Amber was a
I'm just-
stripper,
I'm just
and
saying.
she was a very attractive stripper, and that's what got her stand out. She was short, red, and voluptuous, and a lot of men like short, red, voluptuous women, and that's how she got up. She was there when all the ballers was there. She was that one that stood out. She had the same path
right.
as Corinne
the
Stephens.
society enabled that. Men enabled that.
Wow, whoa, how we gonna go from society to men?
Men. I
Men.
mean,
No, men don't run society. Women do.
Well, were her customers?
Yeah, but women
Okay.
run society, though.
Yeah, we do.
Thank you. Women set the standards, set the rules, be like, you know what? If you ain't got no nice car, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
What every man going to do? Well, you think I do need some rims. Because women run society. So that's why he's asking, how do you feel as a woman that this woman who is in a society that other women
Well, I
run
think
accept her?
No, other women will not accept her. They
All her followers on Twitter and Instagram
let me
aren't
put
men.
it like this: they won't accept what she say, but they're gonna accept what she do.
I think
they're
they
gonna
accept how
follow
she-
the path. They're gonna follow the path that she took, unfortunately, because society is telling our women that's how you need to come up.
You're right about that. Because society, when I was younger, society was saying you're a bad person. Not a bad person, but something happened in your childhood if you became an exotic dancer, if you became a stripper. It wasn't positive. Now society is saying, ain't nothing wrong with
You
that.
need to work that.
You need to be,
Pretty
go
much.
ahead and take the pole dancing classes and learn. You,
Right.
you can lose weight from taking pole dancing classes.
Right.
There's nothing wrong
it's
with
a good
it.
upper body workout.
It's great. Nothing wrong with pole dancing classes. That it's an enabler
I mean,
to make
it
you
is
feel
great,
like it.
but it's
I
not
mean,
for the world, though.
What, so are you trying to tell us something, Miss Brinson?
No,
Rejoice Magazine?
no, it tones you up.
So you've taken the pole dancing classes, am I correct?
It tones you up, but it's
Oh.
not. It's not for the world, though.
It's not for the world.
It's not for you to advertise and to go out there and strip.
Right.
That's for your personal enhancement.
So let me ask you this, Miss Brinson.
No, you cannot ask me.
Okay, because I see how toned you are in your upper body. I see you have your tone, got the Angela Bassett arms. I was just wondering, have you taken any classes, period, that works
Yeah,
out?
47894
I don't need to take classes.
Oh, 'cause I was wondering.
I have it naturally, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with
Excuse
that.
me.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh, she used the shower rod.
Oh my goodness! See, I told you we need some women to help Miss Brinson out, but she's definitely
Wow.
call us, man. Tell us what you think. 407-894-1680. We talked about Michelle Obama, and Brinson pointed out how she thought Miss Obama has lacked as a first lady because she has not addressed women empowerment issues consistently. In her years as being first lady. Then I brought up Amber Rose, who is getting ready to release a women's empowerment book called How to Be a Bad B-I-T-C-H. How to Be a Bad B-I-T-C-H. And so my question with that was simply, why is it that women who essentially have no, let's say, tangible skills that we can speak of are now becoming the women who lead this movement to encourage younger women to do better? And what message are we really sending when we give someone who essentially was a stripper, who dated entertainers, and is now famous and is now writing a book to inspire other women?
Well, let me say something real quick. We have to kind of watch what we say when we say don't have a tangible skill. Because promotion and marketing is a tangible skill. It's a lot of people in this world have become millionaires because they're good promoters and marketers. Mm-hmm. Most of the people in the entertainment industry, that's how they make their money. Now, we may not agree with everybody's promoting and marketing, but it's hard to knock the hustle.
Well, I'm not
because
knocking
everybody,
the hustle.
everybody.
My question has more to do with her being the person to now encourage younger women.
But my thing is
what?
I mean, she may have the heart, but the girls are gonna look at her life though, and that's the problem that I have because
not all of them.
As a young woman, I mean, I can see me going to law school, getting like tons in debt, going to law school, going to FAMU law school, and racking up debt when I could just go down the street and hit the pole. Yes, but although there's some girls out there that do both and pay their way through college.
That's not no more. They used to be. When How to Be a Player came out, that was the thing. Dancing and going to school.
Mm-hmm.
We got a caller. How you doing tonight, Nina?
How you know?
I'm doing pretty good. Just kind of mad about this whole Amber Rose situation.
Tell me about it.
Well, first of all, you can't make a women's empowerment book by using the word B-I-T-C-H. That's just that right there is ridiculous to me. We're supposed to be taking that word out of our whole vocabulary, but she's trying to instill the word in the vocabulary. It's like a push and pull situation.
Right.
So I don't agree with that right there. That's ridiculous. And point number two, who is she to be trying to empower anybody? I mean, she made her way by starting on the stripper pole. So that's telling the youth, oh, well, you know, if you go out and you get with this guy that's got money and you get with that guy that's got money, eventually you're going to make your way to the top. That is not what we're trying to teach our youth. We are trying to teach them to be their own women, to empower themselves, to motivate themselves to have their own. Not use some guy to get to where you want to be. Because at the end of the day, it's still his stuff.
Right.
You can be his woman, but if you're not married to him, if you don't have anything tied to him, nothing like that, and no kind of agreement or anything, he can kick your butt out on the street and you still have nothing, and you got to go back to the polls.
But
So who is she?
Not unless you have a
Hell.
plan.
Well, Miss Nina, don't you feel like maybe that was her own thing? Like, you know, yeah, it's a lot of women that are on the poll, but only few make it beyond the poll. So maybe she was saying, you know, I did what I did, but that was my own private, personal business entity, and look what I became. You don't have to hit the poll, but you can have your own entity. And maybe is that what she's saying with the book?
But she did hit the poll to start out, is the whole point. She sold her soul to the devil. That's basically what she did. I don't understand how you would even see any right in this.
But I'm sorry, Nina, but I think we got to kind of be careful of that, because everybody started from somewhere. We may not agree. Everybody comes from somewhere. Everybody has some kind of past. So now,
Yes,
although we
do.
may not agree with how she started. Now, now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she should be the empowerment person, but I'm just, you know, we kind of can't necessarily knock somebody's past, because everybody had to come from somewhere.
Exactly. I understand all that, but at the same time, she shouldn't be empowering anybody, because that's not what we want to teach young girls. We don't want to teach them to, you know, how many girls you know that's going to read that book and say, oh, well, maybe I need to go shake my butt on the pole, and then maybe some rapper guy is going to come pick me up off the pole and take me away, and we're going to have our happily ever after.
Right.
I think that's what most of them think.
It's like a form of brainwashing. We already have enough of that in society. Why add to it? And a lot of women look up to her. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So why would she add to the whole mirage of, you know, if I do it this way, then some guy is going to come look at me this way. 9 times out of 10, no dude wants his girl on a pole shaking her butt.
Right.
Somebody did. They took her off.
I mean,
Yeah, but
now I would agree with you.
I
Probably
understand.
8 out of 10.
I
Wiz
gave
Khalifa
that
did not
10.
I would agree with the 8 out of 10 guys
in the
don't, but
beginning.
you forget. I think the thing we have to realize, especially around this day and time, the mindset is different. A lot of these guys coming up, my girl dance. You know, it's a different mindset. It's not the whole stripper thing is not even looked at like that anymore.
Right.
It should be, though.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you.
should.
I'm just
Those are people that lack morals. Those are people that lack respect.
Miss Nina, can I ask you a personal question? Because we was asking Miss Brinson this question. Have you ever taken classes?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
How do you feel about the pole dancing classes?
For what?
Oh, okay.
What do I need that for?
Upper body strength, what Miss Brinson said.
If I want to see some strippers, I know where to go. If my dude want to see some strippers, I know where to take him.
We're talking about the pole dancing
that
classes,
stuff.
though. Just the classes.
No, for what?
Oh, okay. I just wanted your
But if
opinion.
I need to get my body right, I could just go to Anytime Fitness or go to gym and do that. I don't need to go climb up on a pole and do all that extra stuff.
All right.
We do appreciate you.
We do appreciate you calling, Nina. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right, 407-894-1680 is the
Okay,
number.
so
407-894.
I just want to shout out to Bethune-Cookman. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Thank you. 1995. Okay.
But here's the comment with why does she does it, because somebody's going to write her a nice check,
Right.
To write a book, because again she has millions of followers on Twitter,
Yeah.
on Facebook, on Instagram, and so as a book company thinks, if I can just get
Half of
20,
that.
promotion.
30%
Marketing.
of those
Promotion.
people to buy that book, that would be a
But see,
successful
my
book.
thing
Half
is
your
this.
job is done.
Like Miss Brinson said, the first thing that she said about Miss Michelle Obama was her eyebrows. I think it was her eyebrows, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
the
what she
first
said.
comment
Right.
she made.
Yeah.
And that's how women look at other women. The first thing, before you speak, I'm looking at how pretty you are, how you look, and how you carry yourself as a woman. And that's the thing about Amber Rose. Like I say, she's light-skinned, she's very pretty, and she's very, very voluptuous.
With the capital.
She's nice and voluptuous in the ways that men like. And so natural. That is what made her what she is, you know.
Chunky, fine.
She's nice. She's nice. She's nice. What can I say? She's nice.
She's definitely easy to look at.
She's a looker. She's a looker. And that's the thing that other women look at. She's pretty. Right. Ooh, I want to be pretty like her. Who is she? Oh, I'm gonna follow her just because she's pretty. And that's how she gets younger girls. And now the oldest pretty lady done wrote a book and she got money. Let me see what this pretty lady talking about. So it's really not about her credentials. It's really about how pretty she is, and now she has some money.
And what? She's defining the culture.
Well, that's what women look at, though.
Yeah.
Like I say, women look at how pretty you are, how your
look.
eyebrows
With
look.
the younger
even
followers,
you,
she's defining.
Even you was looking at
culture.
Michelle and was like, well, you know, Michelle's eyes was looking messed up, but she said some good things. How you doing, Mr. Dolores?
Hello, Miss Dolores. Dolores?
Hello.
Hey, hi. How are you? What's your comment tonight?
I am truly blessed. You know, I'm listening to all the comments that the young lady that's making. She's criticizing Michelle Obama, and like you say, she was commenting about her eyebrows. One thing we have to do as women, first of all, is to learn how to respect ourselves. To look at ourselves for what's within us. Parents that have young girls, first of all, need to teach the self-esteem to the young girls themselves. They should not be going to television to try to learn how to act. Put someone on television. Look at Beyonce. Beyonce is a very pretty lady, but now everybody wants to check the butts. And so you even got little bitty kids running around here shaking their butts like Beyonce.
That's true.
And what kind of role model is that for a young a parent to allow a child to have?
I'm trying to figure that out too.
I mean, but she's shaking pretty good.
I'm trying to figure out this obsession with Beyonce, because I mean.
Yeah. Then there was Britney Spears. Everybody loved Britney Spears when she was up there. But when Britney Spears failed, they started finding fault in Britney Spears as a person. You should have looked at Britney Spears from the beginning and saw something was wrong.
Yep,
right.
Exactly.
I mean, but the only thing you looked at was Britney Spears was pretty. Britney Spears could sing. Britney Spears had it going on. I mean, you got to stop looking at the outer. That shell, that outer package, and start looking at the inner package. Start looking inside a person and see what it is they have to offer.
I
don't know. Amber Rose. I don't know a whole lot about Amber Rose. I see her on TV. I see her on Facebook. I see some of the followers that she have. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about Amber Rose as a person, but I would not allow my child, if I had a young daughter, to look to Amber Rose to be a role model, regardless of whether she was on the pole or on the tree or wherever she was swinging from.
I know that's right.
I wouldn't allow that, because, see, I look at Amber Rose the way she carried herself. I mean, she had all of these boyfriends. I mean, the Cincinnati Bengals, she might have whooped the whole team. I don't know.
I think it was the Dolphins.
I think so.
I think it was the Dolphins.
Oh, she did.
I think it was the whole team.
I don't know. But that's what you have to teach these young women, these young ladies, these young men. You got to teach them to respect themselves, first of all, not to allow what they see on television, who they see on television, to become a role model. You have to be a role model to them yourself.
I completely agree.
All right, we thank you, Ms. Dolores. I appreciate it.
Dolores.
Okay.
See, that's that wisdom right there. You
Yes.
her voice.
No, don't get it wrong.
47894
There are some women
Still
out
can
there.
get a firm butt, though. I don't care what you
Jesus.
say.
Jesus.
Beyonce had it going on.
Miss
whatever.
Dolores, can you send some of that blessed oil up here?
We still looking for some more.
We still look. Kristen leave no oil last week. Can Miss Dolores and Miss Nina bring some of that
I
blessed
mean, you
oil?
got to be in shape. I mean,
You can be in shape, but you know what? They got stuff. They got trainers and they got equipment at the gym where you don't have to be twisting and turning.
What happened to the Thigh Master?
If you choose not to.
You stuck the thing and you squeezed the thigh. That was it. What happened to
there's
the Thigh
different
Master?
kinds of thigh masters.
Oh, there's different type of Thigh
Yes.
Masters now. Now we got the Pole Master. Gee whiz, boo. Gee whiz. Gee whiz, boo.
Let me ask you this, Temia. What do you think about, generally speaking, some of the more prominent? We'll deal with black women right now. Some of the more prominent black women, as far as their portrayal in the media. You think about when you're talking about images on TV. You got like an Olivia Pope. You have what's the character's name?
Cookie.
You got Cookie, yeah, that's very popular right now. And what's my character, the lady in How to Get Away with Murder? I can't think of her character right now. The one, I can't think of her character.
Viola Davis' character.
Viola Davis' character. That's very popular. Obviously, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they are popular. What do you think generally when you think about the portrayal of a black woman in the media? What's your perspective?
Well, I think we haven't gotten there yet, but we made improvements, starting with Oprah. So, but as far as the reality shows and Cookie on Empire and Cleanup Girl, I don't know how positive that is, but the interracial relationships, I think that's good. I see her as a power woman, that's good. But as far as the reality shows, it's like we do good. We take one step up. And then as far as television goes, we take one step up forward and 2 steps back. It's like, the reality shows negates all the progress that we've made.
What are you going to say, Jeremy?
This Olivia Pope thing. Interracial dating? No, she's messing with somebody else's husband.
Thank you.
How is that a positive?
Nothing about
what you mean you didn't want to mention it? That's the truth.
Nothing about it is positive. They throw the catch-22 at you.
But actually, she's in a monogamous relationship, right?
With somebody else's husband?
No.
She's still, at the moment, she's not in a relationship with anybody, but that we last saw, she had some moments where she was exclusively with the Jake character.
What I want to say
does she still take phone calls from the president?
Both of them.
I mean, I would take.
Does she still take? See, that's what I'm trying to say. See, now again,
therein lies the problem.
I thought exactly that's the problem. I thought we were supposed to be lifting women up. We got all these negative stereotypes, these negative portrayals of women on TV.
It's only certain women,
and then everybody went, Shonda Rhimes. No, forget Shonda Rhimes. Olivia Pope is messing with somebody's husband.
Yep, and then the other one killing people.
D.L. Hughley said it best.
I'm sorry.
Y'all talking about D.L. Hughley said it best. Everybody around here celebrating Olivia Pope, but y'all won't buy Alicia Keys out. And Alicia Keys didn't mess up nobody's house. That man messed his own house up.
Well, I guess that's debatable for some people.
There ain't no debatable. He was the husband. He walked out of his house for whatever reason, whatever happened with that. But he walked out the house. But everybody trying to push it on Alicia Keys.
I still don't see why Alicia though. I mean, whatever.
I don't know,
that's
but
that's beside the point.
I don't know how it started with Oprah though. I had to disagree with that one. I think that
Oprah, you don't think? Oh, she.
Well, see, it's only certain perception of women. You got the mammy, the one that's gonna tell everybody what to do, keep the man in charge, do all the cooking, and that's how Oprah's portraying. You got the pretty one that really don't. She's like a blonde, but she's pretty. It's certain portrayals of women that's in the media that nothing has really changed except the Olivia Pope. Mm-hmm. Now hers was like the biggest change, but then they had on the flip side, we still got to do something to make her bad. Even with Deshaun How to Get Away with Murder, at the same time, she got students killing people.
Television. The only thing positive you get that's in fantasy land is the Hustables.
And they took that off the album.
I mean, come on now.
They're in a different world. You still got Blackish.
All right, we want to thank you for listening tonight.
Blackish.
Yeah, Blackish. I like Blackish.
That's the only one.
Blackish is good. We want to thank you for listening tonight. Make sure you tune in every week. Real Family Talk. Find us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. Find us on the website realfamilytalk.com. This is WOKB 1680 AM, your urban empowerment station. And this is your host, Jay Real, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you for listening to Family Talk. This is one of your co-hosts, Jeremy, a.k.a. Younger Brother. Tune in next week from 9 to 10 p.m. and every day from 9 to 10 p.m. on WOKB 1680, your urban empowerment and inspiration station. See you.
My brother, my brother.
You're listening to 16 Garden, Florida.